Day by Day Kids Bible, Day 32. Rich Gifts and Hard Work, from Exodus 35 through 40. Then Moses told the people to bring gifts for God. These were gifts God wanted for making the worship tent: gold and silver and other metal, blue, purple, and red yarn, goat hair and ram skins and goat skins, wood and olive oil and beautiful shiny stones. Moses said, "I want people who are good at making things. Come and make what God wants for his worship tent. Make the covers, make the bases and posts, make the ark box and lampstand, make oil for the light, make clothes for the priests." So everyone who wanted to work came. Men and women came. They brought gifts. They brought rings and pins and earrings and armbands and necklaces. They brought yarn and animal skins. They brought gold and silver. Moses said that God chose one man to be a special worker. God filled him with his spirit. God made him good at art. He knows how to work with gold and silver. He knows how to cut and set stones. He knows how to work with wood. God has made him to be a good teacher. God made another man good at working with cloth. He can sew. He is a good teacher too. So these men can work on the tent, and they can teach others how to help them. Moses told the people how to build the worship tent, so they began working. But people kept bringing their gifts every morning. At last the workers said, "These people have brought more than enough." So Moses said, "Don't bring anything else." Then people stopped bringing their gifts. The workers kept building the worship tent. They made the covers and the bases and the curtains. They made the ark box and the table and the lampstand. They made the altars and the oil and the washing bowl. They made the clothes for the priests. They did everything just the way God told Moses to do it. When they had finished, they set up the worship tent. They put the ark box in it. They put the altars and the lampstands in it. They put the table and the wash bowl inside. They set it up just the way God had told Moses to. Then the cloud came down on the worship tent. God's greatness filled it. No one could go in, not even Moses. More travels, Leviticus 9 through 10. Then Moses brought Aaron to the front of the worship tent. All the people gathered to watch. Moses put the long shirt on Aaron. He put the belt around him. He put the robe and the vest on him. He put the cap on Aaron's head, and he put oil on Aaron's head. This showed that Aaron had special work to do for God. Moses put long shirts on Aaron's sons, too. He put belts on Aaron's sons. He gave them their caps. They gave gifts to God on the altars. They gave a bull and 2 rams. Moses told Aaron, "Cook the meat at the front of the tent. Eat it there. Stay at the front of the tent for 7 days and nights. Do what God wants, because this is what God told me." So Aaron and his sons stayed there. 7 days and nights passed. Then all the people came to the front of the worship tent. Aaron lifted up his hands. He prayed for God to bring good things to his people. Then Moses and Aaron went into the tent. When they came out, God's greatness was there. All the people saw it. Fire came from God. It burned up the meat that was on the altar. The people shouted with joy. They bowed down with their faces to the ground. But 2 of Aaron's sons did not obey God. They put fire in their offering bowls. It was fire that God had not told them to use. So fire came from heaven and burned up Aaron's 2 sons. Moses talked to Aaron. He said that God told him these words: "I will show myself as special to people who come to me. People will worship and obey me." Aaron did not say anything. Aaron had 2 other sons who were helping him. Moses spoke to Aaron and his other sons. "Don't drink wine when you go into the worship tent. You have to teach people God's rules." Camping under the flags, from Numbers 1 through 3 and 8. God told Moses, "Count the people. Count all the men who are 20 years old or older. They can be an army. So Moses counted the people. One man from each family group helped him count. But they didn't count the people from Levi's family group. God had put them in charge of the worship tent. They would take it down when the people traveled. They would set it up where the people stopped. God said to Moses, Get Levi's whole family group. Take them to Aaron. They will help him at the worship tent. They'll work there. They can start working when they turn 25 years old. They must stop working there when they turn 50. God said, The people will camp around the worship tent. Each family group will camp under its own flag. So Judah's family group camped east of the tent. So did the family groups of Issachar and Zebulun. When they traveled, the family group of Judah led them. They went first. Reuben's family group camped south of the tent. So did the family groups of Simeon and Gad. Reuben's group led them. They followed the families camped on the east. The family group of Levi would come next. They would bring the worship tent. Ephraim's family group camped west of the tent. So did the family groups of Manasseh and Benjamin. Ephraim's group led them. They followed the group of Levi. Dan's family group camped north of the tent. So did the family groups of Asher and Naphtali. Dan's group led them. They followed families that camped on the west. That's the way they traveled. Each group camped under its flag. The people traveled with their own family group.